Hey everybody, it's Matt and I'm back for another video. How you all doing? And thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Hey, I recently got some great VCLT from a subscriber of mine by the name of Wink55. How many of you know Wink55, also known as Rich? Hello Rich, hope you're here, hope you get to see this video. Well, Wink55 has been a loyal viewer and subscriber to my channel, and he knows how much I love power pop and rock and roll and stuff, and I think he has a good handle on the type of music I enjoy. So he contacted me recently and says, Matt, have you heard of this album? It's really great. I think you'd love it. And I said, gee, no, that doesn't ring a bell. So he was kind enough to send me a copy of this album right here. It's called, the name of the album is called Catch All. As you can tell by the cover, they're catching all there in this picture. Drumsticks and everything else is in the picture. And the band is called Swag, S-W-A-G, Swag, Catch All. I'll show you the back here. Okay. And I got the CD playing, so there's the inside. Folks, I wrote some notes down, and thank you again, Wink, for sending me this. It's just crazy that I love power pop and rock and roll. I'm always looking for something new and exciting. This album came out in 2001. It's almost 20 years old. I think it came out, as a matter of fact, it was March 31st, 2001. I have some notes here. How did I miss this? I mean, I guess it happens to all of us. Does it happen to many of you where years will go by and somebody will turn you on to some album that you should have loved and would have loved at the time it came out and wish you had it all those years ago, but for some reason you missed it or it fell through the cracks, and then all of a sudden somebody gets you into it and you go, huh, how did I miss that album? Well, that's what Wink55 Rich did for me with this one right here. 20 years ago this thing came out, and this is right up my alley, folks. This album is great. Power pop, rock and roll, jangle pop. You got some British Invasion on here influences. Just wonderful harmonies. Great melodies are on this thing. The hooks just grab you and pull you in and won't let you go. It's that great of an album. I'm like stunned. Some of the harmonies remind me of the Beach Boys. Some of the harmonies remind me of Beatlesque rock and roll, Beatlesque pop. It's just a wonderful, wonderful album, folks. Now, as I said, it came out March 31st, 2001. And basically, it was produced by Brad Jones. For those of you who have heard of Brad Jones, he's a pretty well-known artist in the music world. And folks, you know what this band Swag is when you get right down to it? It's kind of a mini supergroup. I mean, I'm like blown away that I never heard of this thing 20 years ago, and here I am getting so into it. I'll give you some of the lineup here, okay? I wrote some names down here. You have Ken Coomer, who's in the band Wilco. You have Jerry Dale McFadden, who's in Sixpence None the Richer. How many have heard of them? You have Robert Reynolds, who's from the Mavericks. And you also have Doug Powell, who's played with Todd Rundgren and is also a well-known power pop artist in his own right. Used to be on the Not Lame label. And then, to top it all off, you have Tom Peterson from Cheap Trick as part of this band. Can you believe it? It's basically like a tribute to 60s and 70s rock and pop. That's how I would describe Catch All by Swag. Great guitar work on this album, folks. Just the arpeggios of electric 12-string, the lead guitar on it, the fills. Great stuff on here. So much variety. You have some rockers, some slower numbers, some mid-tempo numbers, but all of it is great, all of it is wonderful, and I'm so into it. I love it so much, and I want to thank Rich, Wink55, for turning me on to this, because this is a fabulous album, folks. And what's weird about the whole mystery of this thing, folks, is I went online to do some more research, and you have to really dig to find out, and even Wink55 sent me some links to help me. But it's not like you can just go into Wikipedia and they're going to have a whole page on this band and what it's all about. It's a little more difficult than that. And to find the actual album itself, you should be able to find it. I don't know if they have it like on Amazon for new. I don't think they do. I think you have to go to a place like eBay or Discogs or something. And I only believe it's on CD. But folks, trust me, okay? I've never steered you in the wrong direction before when it comes to Power Pop. With Wilkerson, with the Midnight Callers, with the Grip Weeds, and classic Power Pop. I've always tried to steer you in the right direction. And I'm telling you, Cotton Mather, I've turned you on to Cotton Mather. But folks, Swag, SWAG, and the album, and I believe it's the only release they ever put out 20 years ago, come this March, called Catch-All. I'll show you again. Swag, Catch-All. I mean, when you're talking artists from Wilco, the Mavericks, Cheap Trick on here, Sixpence None the Richer, you can't go wrong with that kind of lineup. And folks, this is fabulous. So check it out. That's my highest recommendation for this week. I always come up with recommendations whenever I can, but this is my big one for right now, the moment. Swag, Catch-All. Thank you to Wink55, my loyal subscriber. I appreciate it, Rich. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for sending me this wonderful music. I love it. I highly recommend it to all my viewers out there. Swag, Catch-All. Check it out, folks. That's it. Get some swag, show some swagger, and listen to some great power pop and rock and roll, folks. Catch-All by Swag. Thank you, Wink55. Richie, thank you. Bye-bye.